moving on, our next presenter is Brian Hicks. Brian has been practicing law for probably 20 years now, 21 years in fact. He's going to be talking about the tax sale case law in Indiana and updated those. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm going to talk about tax sale case law and litigation in general involving tax sale properties. It's interesting because the tax sale statutes are really contained in 2 chapters of the Indiana Code, but there's a tremendous amount of litigation that stems from those 2 chapters. When you purchase at a tax sale, you are in essence buying into a lawsuit that has already been filed by the county. So the county goes in and they've got this list of delinquent properties, and they have to go in and get an order from the judge that's overseeing this particular year list of properties, and the judge will enter an order instructing the county to sell these properties. So you come along a few weeks later and purchase a property at a tax sale. Well, in essence, you've just bought into a lawsuit that's going to go on for, well, as long as the property hasn't been redeemed. It could go on for months. It could go on for a couple of years. So a lot of tax sale buyers don't realize they're buying themselves into a lawsuit. In Marion County, if you're a tax sale buyer, you don't really feel that way, because in Marion County, which is all of Indianapolis, it is done by the Office of Corporation Counsel. When I say it is done, Office of Corporation goes in and files the petition to get the order for sale. They go in and they do the noticing for the tax sale buyers. They do the deed petitioning for the tax sale buyers. And in essence, they get the tax sale buyer their deed. Now, we have 92 counties in Indiana. Marion County is one of the only counties that does that for the tax sale buyer. There's a little additional cost that Marion County tacks on to cover some of those fees, but it's very minute. It's well worth it for a tax sale buyer to not have to hire a lawyer to do title work, noticing for the 4.5 during the redemption period, and then noticing the 4.6 once the 1 year is up, and doing the deed petitioning. So for a tax sale buyer, you're saving anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 probably from title search, noticing, deed petitioning, another round of noticing for the 4.6. But my point is, you are buying yourself into a lawsuit. So it kind of goes, a lot of people don't realize that when they're submitting their bid and raising their paddle, but there is a lawsuit going on. There is a cause number assigned to that property. In some counties, there's even a sub-cause number assigned to your particular property. But it needs to be known that you're buying yourself into a lawsuit. One other thing I want to talk about are, once you get a tax deed, how do you get the people out? It's great that you just got yourself a deed, but there may still be people in this property, or farming the land, or in a commercial structure. How do you get them out? Well, we have a Indiana code that talks about petitions for writ of assistance. So you go back into that cause number, that case that I was just talking about, that was started by the county. You go back into the same case with the same cause number, and you file a petition for writ of assistance. And what you're asking the judge to do is order the sheriff of the county to remove those people. You don't want to go out there and physically remove people. Matter of fact, it's probably unlawful. I'm going to stand up here and say it's going to be unlawful for you to physically remove those people from the property. So you go in and you get an order from the court that instructs the county sheriff to go out and remove those people from your property. Now, each county and each sheriff's office does it differently. I probably handle writ of assistances in maybe 50 of the 92 counties, and every single one is different. Some will go out and they'll say, well, we're going to post notice and we're going to come back in 10 days and see if they're out. Some will say, I'm not waiting 10 days. We'll have those people out tomorrow. You know, you get an aggressive deputy sheriff that wants them out. They're going to go get them out. Some people, it's just, every county is different. The process is different. In Marion County, oftentimes the tax sale buyer has to show up with a moving